Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Point of View with Cleester, Shirley, and Eula today. It's such a wonderful day. Clee hasn't joined us yet, but she will be in. I know she will in a matter of seconds. So we are so thankful for this day. It's another day that God has made. And as the scripture tells us, and we read it quite often, it's a day that the Lord has made. I am glad and I'm rejoicing in this day. Dear God, as we sit before you to speak, we pray to you that our souls you will keep. And if we should die before we finish, we pray to you that any outstanding sins will be forgiven. Amen. There Reedy is. Hello, Reedy.
Hi, Shirley. Hi,
It's such a
everybody.
wonderful day. Why are you way over there like that?
I don't know where I am. I can't even see me.
No, it's something I've done. It's something I've done. Okay,
No,
here
it
you come.
probably no. It's something. All right, I am.
Th-
Hi,
there
Glee.
you are. I
Hi, Eula.
had hit a button I didn't have any business
Hi,
hitting
Glee. How you
today.
there?
It's a wonderful day. I'm so thankful to God and everybody. We've talked almost 3 hours this morning, and we realized. I looked at the
Three
clock. I said,
hours
"You."
and 5 minutes.
I said, "You
Ah,
realize it's after 12, so we had to get off of here and get prepared. I mean, off of the phone and get prepared to talk." But I am so thankful to God for my relationship with my sisters and my our family. It's such a wonderful thing. And we were talking about how mom and dad had trained us and taught us to love one another no matter what the situation is and be there for one another. And we are
amen.
definitely here for one another. God is truly good to us, and for that I am so thankful. And I'm happy for Reedy today. One day again, I hope we'll get that on here with us. And of course, we tell you all the time, Eula is taking care of the children. And so, anyway, when a holiday comes up, she'll be back on here with us, God willing.
Amen.
So, she will be back with us. But we're going to talk today. I'm going to talk about the effects of a lie. What are you going to talk about, Rita? I didn't get to get it on the heading thing.
I, 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 it blew my.
Did it blow your mind?
Just right then, just a whoop. Yeah, I just lost it. I tell you, I just lost it. It's sincere and honesty. I think is what it
Oh,
is.
okay, all right. Oh, that's a great one. Okay, we're almost on the same thing because you have to be sincere when you don't lie, and some people are sincere when they do lie. I'm sincere. I mean, what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So I'm going to go ahead because we probably won't be on here for a whole hour today. But hello, everyone who has joined us. It's such a blessing that you're on here with us today. And this is Thursday. This is the 27th or the
27.
28th? Yeah, 27th of January, almost gone. In the
That's
year
it.
20.
Speak honestly and sincere. Ha
Okay. Okay. And so we are so thankful. I didn't turn my notifications off, and people for some reason call and hear spam risk. So we know how that is. But so say yours again, please, Rita.
Speak with sincere and honesty.
Oh yeah. Speak. Okay. So
That is
don't
almost the same thing, isn't it?
say it
Wow.
again.
That's
That's you on.
almost the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, almost. See, God, that's how I know that God is with us. He's watching over us because he keeps us on the same page. And it's just miraculous. It's miraculous to me. So I'm going to go ahead and get into mine. As I was saying, we probably won't be on here for a whole hour today, but whatever we say will be wholesome.
Hello.
So I'm going to go ahead and start. I am the first one I'm in is lesson.com. It's lesoned.com. And it is talking about the effects of a lie. So we know people who lie,
Oh,
and you catch them in a lie and they still will lie,
and
try
they
to
lie.
lie. Yeah. Oh, well, one thing about it, when we were home, I don't know whether you did it or not, reading, but with mom and daddy, we get in trouble. We say, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. You're lying. You're lying. I hate a liar. And, they didn't
Yes,
hate us, but,
indeed.
what's now that's lying and stealing. Woo, woo, woo. Mom and daddy said no, no lying, no stealing, especially don't you even try it. Even though we
No.
tried it, but we paid the
Hey,
paid for it, try to
you wasn't as
lie
good as
our
I
way out.
was, though. See, you wasn't good as I was.
I
Huh?
was so you was
You
slick
wasn't
with
good
it,
as
huh?
me. I watched you and learn what not to do.
Say okay, now she messed up right there.
She messed
So
up
I
right
know
there.
not,
I know not to
I
do
know
that.
not to do that. So you were pretty good by the time it got to you,
Oh
huh?
yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go.
Okay, lying, the effects of lying. Number one, lying could turn into a habit. And we know that we know people who are habitual liars. Lying will grow into a habit, which is not a good thing at all because you will even lie when there is no reason, but just as a result of a habit. That is so true. Constant lying can become a part of you and more like an involuntary activity in that you even lie without you paying attention to it or its effects. Some people do remember I told you one time about this man that we worked at Johnson and Johnson together. So I didn't know the man that well, but he was a conversationalist. So we would hold a conversation at break. Or if I think he worked near one of my machines, so we'd talk. And so he told me he made his teeth. I didn't have any reason to doubt that the man made his teeth because why would he tell me he made his teeth if he didn't make his teeth? What reason would he tell me? He told me he made his teeth that he had in his mouth. And I just, okay. If he said he made his teeth, the man made his teeth. Why would he lie about it? Oh, really? Huh. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Get it back on. There it is. Can you hear me now? Let me try the TV and see if I can hear. Uh-oh. I put it on pause. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let me see if I can hear you. Let me try the TV. I hear me. Say something, Reedy. Say something. Uh-oh. I put it on pause. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let me see if I can hear you. Let me try the TV. I hear me. Say something, Reedy. Say something. Uh-oh. I put it on pause. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let me see if I can hear you. Let me try the TV. I hear me. Say something, Reedy. That's the TV if you hear an echo. And she's not seeing me to say anything. I'm trying to get her to say something. Okay, let me see. Now I don't hear her, but okay. So whoever's on here, tell me if you. That's the TV if you hear an echo. And she's not. Oh boy, let me take my earplugs out and see what. Now I don't know what's happening. Wow, wow. Now we
Because I
want.
don't hear.
Okay, now I hear reading. Now I hear you. I hear her now. I don't know. It's this technology, everybody. So just hold on, please. Now she turned hers off, and she said, I don't hear her. Clee, Esther. Okay, I'm going to go on with mine while she's working on hers because I know that you can hear me because I hear me. So we'll let Reedy come back in. So now we're talking about the lie. So constant lying can become a part of you and more like an involuntary activity that in that you even lie without you paying
I don't hear
attention to
anything.
it. I hear you,
I don't
Reedy.
hear you. I can't hear you.
I do.
Okay.
Okay.
And again, I don't read sign language.
But
Okay.
just because but just because you have gotten yourself accustomed to it It even gets worse when lying is giving you benefits like being able to scam people online. It would be hard to give up such a habit considering its benefits like making easy money. And we were talking about that this morning. Clea and I were talking about how people scam people and how people do different things to get over on people. We talked about that this morning. So it's one of the reasons thieves never, Clea, I hear you. I hear you moving around and doing things. So it's one of the reasons thieves never stop stealing, even when they steal enough money to move on, and the only thing that stops them is being caught. The habit becomes irreplaceable and hard to break. And we've watched these movies where these people have been thieves and bank robbers and they have so much money built up and everything, and then they say one last heist or one last job, and then that's many times that's when they get caught, and it seems like it's greed to me. Number two, lying could ruin a relationship, and that is so true. It's ruined many relationships. Lying could ruin a relationship. Oh shoot. Okay, now I hear an echo, but I think I have the TV on. Okay, I hear two of me. Okay, now number two, lying could ruin a relationship. A
Okay, I
relationship,
can't hear you.
I hear you. I hear you, Reedy.
You hear me?
Yes, yes. Uh-huh.
But I
So
don't know
lie,
what you're saying.
okay.
You hearing me ain't got nothing to do with me hearing you. I don't know what you're saying. Wait a minute. I got a remedy.
Lying could ruin a relationship. A relationship could be ruined if people you lied to finds out the truth. I'm sure none of us would want to be with a person who lies no matter what, and some relationships are never the same when one partner is found to be lying. And that's the truth because you cannot trust them. You cannot trust them if they lie. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us. This is Point of View, and I'm sure you know, with Shirley, Cleester, and Eula. And I'm talking about lying, the effects of a lie. And Reedy has a wonderful topic also. And I believe she can hear me now. Number three, lying could destroy your inner peace and state of mind, and it really can do it. Now, some people, sometimes I think that some people are such liars till it doesn't even bother them about lying because the thing said it could be a habit. So, well, where a person will lie and it won't even have any effects on them because they've done it so, and they're so good at it. They're good at lying and deceiving themselves, but people can see through those lies. You might get over for a little while, but sooner or later they're going to see through those lies. So even if you kill the person and denied it, it will eat you slowly, knowing that you did it. And it even gets worse when you see someone else paying for your lies and you know you can bail them out of their pain because they are innocent. And I read that a while ago and I said, some people have no remorse. Some people want other people to take their place. So as long as they catch somebody else and they do the time for it, some of these people don't act like it even bothers them because we've seen case after case after case. We've seen on the news and in documentaries and everything where people have been falsely accused and then they've been put in the pen for years and years and years. And then finally they find out that somebody else did it, that they're innocent, even if it's DNA or if somebody else comes up and then they know that they did, they find out, and then all these people's lives are ruined. But those other people don't act like it even bothers them. Every once in a while, you hear somebody say they felt bad about it. And then I look at this thing, this Emmett Till. I watched it, but I slept on the last 3 hours of it. I slept part of the way through that, and it just hurt my heart because now what they have going around is a petition to try to get that lady that lied on him get her put in the penitentiary. They want her to pay for it. They want everybody that's alive that was connected with his murder to be held accountable. And so, and how she lied about him and everything. And I'm not going to dwell on this, but when I was watching the movie, and at the beginning when he stuttered, so his mother told him, now when you start stuttering or you get nervous or something, she said, you whistle. And she taught him, and he would whistle when he got nervous or stuttered or something like that. And so when he was down in Mississippi at that store, and I said to myself, he's going to get nervous and he's going to do what his mother said. And I imagine that that's exactly what he did. He got nervous and he whistled like his mother had taught him, if he whistled at all. And that's why they did what they do. Well, they were not justified in it. But then the lady told a lie. This is what I'm saying. And she's living with that lie. And she's like in her probably 70s, 80s, or something like that. And she's living with that lie, knowing she lied and got him killed. But she said that she told them that that wasn't him. But anyway, I'm going on. So the consequences and the effects of a lie. Many people are in prison. They have been killed. Their lives have been ruined because of a lie. People lying. Okay. So it's the reason some people easily admit to doing something wrong. Sometimes they want to let that lie get that lie off their chest and feel relieved of that emotional and mental burden of lying. But like some people have no remorse. They're habitual liars. And as long as they can get their point across, whether it's a lie or not, some people don't care about the consequences that it puts on other people because of their lie. So you will be labeled a liar. You will lie once, but you will always be labeled a liar. Even when you tell the truth, you will be doubted. What is that? What was that? The sky is falling, or was that about Peter and the wolf? He was a liar. Well, he would play pranks on people. I think it's Peter and the wolf. And finally, when the wolf really showed up, the people didn't believe him. So that's the way it is with people that tell lies. Once a liar, always a liar. So it will even be hard to tell someone that you need help because they will think you are trying to pull a prank on them. So it would be really hard to live life when everything you say or do is seen as a lie. We were talking about that today, how somebody got over on Elder Davis and me. That wasn't the first time. Once somebody got over on us again because they had this story and we need to be helped and all of this, and we helped them and then found out later it was a lie. Number 5, trust, reliability, and credibility will be broken. These are the effects of a lie. Once trust is broken, it's very hard to repair, and it's a business that would they got literary, but I'm supposed to probably say literally mark the end of it, as no one would honestly want to deal with you at all. People, yeah, because they find out you're a lie, then they label you as a liar and they will not believe you, even if your life depends on it. And once you break it, you will lose all the reputation you would have built over time. So the conclusion of this segment is there are short-term benefits for lying, but sooner or later, the truth will come out and you will face the repercussions of your habit. It's better to come clean earlier about your lies before you start paying the price for them. And then by the time you start paying the price, somebody else has already paid the price. So let me see. There's this other one here. Um, I'm going to that page read it because the white lie. You know, people say, well, that was just a little white lie. That wasn't no real lie. That was a little white lie. A lie is a lie. A lie is a lie, whether it's white, black, brown, green, yellow, or red. A lie is a lie. It is not true. Okay, 10 surprising ways telling white lies can affect your mental health. It's easy to see why lying may have some damaging effects on your life, since lies are sneaky, malicious, and often hurt others. But did you know telling white lies can have an impact too? Well, yes, it can have an impact. A lie is a lie, by golly gee. And some people actually use that. Well, it's just a little white lie. It ain't hurt nobody. It's just a little white lie. A lie is a lie. And I know I keep saying it because it is, okay? So, but did you know telling white lies can have an impact too? While they might not carry the same weight as a major lie, these smaller fibs still add up and even have an effect on your mental health over time. By nature of telling a lie, you are keeping a secret. Therapist Leah K. Barrison, LPPC, tells Bustle. This is bustle.com, this one. So while we often keep secrets to push something away, the act of concealing, in fact, gives weight and power to a secret. Think of a time when you told a white lie. Did the thing you were hiding seem to grow bigger, scarier, and become more real? This effect can transform a white lie into an uncomfortable, consuming experience. And that's why, even when it comes to telling little, tiny fibs, they can still take a toll on your mental health. So while there are some instances where it might be okay to tell a white lie, and all of us tell a few silly ones daily, I'm not going to put myself in there. I'm not. I'm not. I don't say I'm perfect, but I'm not going to be lying every day. Okay. I'm not going to lie. Okay. I will shut my mouth and keep it closed before I lie. Okay. All right. And if I say something that might not be quite accurate, it's not intentional. And if it comes to me and I realize that I've done it, I will come back and straighten it out. Okay. All right. But I'm not talking about any malicious stuff and all that. I'm not fool. I don't bother with people's business. And that's why when people start messing in mine, I have a right to tell them that's not your affair. Okay. Now, and some people will get in your beeswax, as they say. Okay. While there are some instances, and he's talking about everybody does this, no, everybody doesn't do it. And I know some of you out there who are listening to us and watching us, you don't do it either. Everybody doesn't lie every day. Okay. The truth is usually the way to go. Okay. Silly ones. Transparency feels good, Barrison says. When you practice honesty and drop the tendency to edit and censor, you can be more present in your life. And if you make an effort to figure out why you're lying, possibly by talking to your friends or a therapist, you really can free up your brain. Here are a few surprising ways white lies can impact your mental health. They can wear you out emotionally. Yeah, if you try to keep up with something, and if it's bothering you, I think there's more than what they call a white lie. Because I think the little white lies are things that you might tell just to get somebody. You know what I'm saying? Just to get by, but not maliciously. If that, you know what I'm saying. But a lie is a lie, okay? And whoever lies is a liar, okay? So while they may not feel like a big deal in the moment, the problem with white lies is that they require maintenance. And this is therapist Chris Shane, who tells Bustle this. If you tell a small white lie once, you then have to remember what you said. Right. You have to remember in order to maintain the story, and so on and so forth from there. This can feel like an exhausting charade or charade, however they pronounce it, especially if you, is that the puppy reading? I don't hear it. I don't hear it. Okay. All right. So if you've told one white lie to each person in your life and those people come together for your birthday, Shane says, If it's something insignificant, it may not snowfall, but if you know this information will come up again, it may be best to just stick with the truth, because people are going to start putting two and two together, one and one together, and they're going to figure this thing out. So they keep you from addressing the real issue. So if you're telling a little white lie, if you pasting over this and pasting over that and all that stuff, it's going to come up again. It's going to become an issue. So when telling white lies, it's important to ask yourself why you're doing it. Because whether you can admit this to yourself or not, Shane says white lies are almost always a way of covering up a deeper truth. And just like people who are abused, and something happens, or they might have a scratch or something, or they might be acting differently, and you can tell that something is going on that's not favorable to them, and then they say, oh, I did this, like the little thing where people say, oh, I bumped into a door, oh, I hit my hand on this, oh, I hit my face on that, when somebody has been abusing them. But to protect the abuser, or to keep from being more embarrassed, they say something else happened instead of the thing that really happened. So whether you can admit this to yourself or not, you're doing yourself some harm. Shane says white lies are almost always a way of covering up a deeper truth. So instead of focusing on the real issue, being honest with loved ones, or uncovering a few truths in therapy, white lies have a way of piling more problems up onto your plate. And that can, for obvious reasons, make the situation much worse. Because when people cover up, like for their abusers, then that's going to make them, put them in more danger, keep them in danger, and then they're covering up. So the family or whoever they're covering up, telling them, oh, this just happened, oh, it's nothing. Then they really have nothing to go by, because the person is covering up and making excuses. So number three, they can take a toll on your friendships. They sure can, little white lies. Going off of that, okay, let me get this. Come on back up here. Come on back. Going off of that, it's important to remember that white lies may feel like they're preserving your relationships, but in reality, they might actually be doing the opposite. So each lie only further separates people's understanding of who they think you are from who you actually are. Shane says, so if you do not feel comfortable talking about something, that is completely okay. But if you are hiding something from your loved ones and it's impacting your relationship, it can feel alienating. And it can, because if you're trying to make excuses for him or her or whatever, and they're doing something, or for them, because it doesn't even have to be your home life. It could be organizations that you are affiliated with. It could be so much stuff just goes on daily in these organizations, in the church, in the office, all around, on your job, all kinds of stuff. And so you don't want to tell people sometimes, and they can see that something is bothering you. And you can say, oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. That's a little white lie right there. Okay. That's a little white lie. I think I hear myself on my laptop. Okay. Number four, they can lead to anxiety. And they can if you keep them up. With all the maintenance and cover ups going on, it's no wonder white lies can create a sensitivity
You
of
hear yourself
anxiety.
on my tablet.
Okay, you hear me twice? Okay, I hear it. I think that might be in this. Okay, let me see. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, that's what I hear, Cleve. But it's not bothering me as long as it doesn't bother you.
But
Okay.
that was a while ago. I said that.
You know what? I'm looking at you on TV and I saw you
I
say
don't
it,
know what you say.
and you are so low. You're so low on the screen to me, to your head is below my head over here. There you
And I'm
are.
looking at you on the tablet, but we on two whole different pages.
We are. That's the delay and everything. So with all the maintenance and cover-ups going on, it's no wonder why lies can create a sense of anxiety. And if you worry about being
Oh,
caught,
shoot.
this can lead to feelings of panic. So this is
Yes.
a therapist, Kimberly Hershenson, is telling Bustle. So the funny thing is, we often tell white lies in order to prevent feelings of anxiety. So recognizing that they can actually make anxiety worse is a good thing to keep in mind. Okay, let me let me see if now my computer's going slow. Okay, it's 1:30. Okay, my computer is going slow, everybody. So please
Oh, I don't know what's
bear.
going
Oh,
on.
that's
I'm
wonderful,
lost.
Reedy. That's wonderful. I hear you. I hear you. Number five, you might start to feel
I'm lost.
isolated. Instead of simply relaxing and going about your
What?
life, white lies
What's
demand that
wonderful?
you keep a constant running list of who knows what and what you said to whom,
Jesus.
and that can be incredibly isolating. If you are having trouble remembering your stories and keeping things straight, you may find the need to hold back from engaging with others, Hershenson says. After all, it may be easier to chill by yourself than to go out and risk getting caught up in a lie. So if you find this is the case, setting the record straight may be your best bet. Number six, they can affect your sleep if you have a conscience for it, and if you're conscious of yourself lying and going on, it can affect your sleep. But some people's sleep is not affected because some people, if you notice, like some people ask politicians, they ask attorneys, how do you sleep at night? And I sleep just fine. you know, it doesn't bother some people, okay? So again, due to all the anxiety involved, little white lies may even start to keep you awake at night. As Hershenson says, you might find yourself having sleep issues due to worrying about keeping your story straight or hurting others. And on top of leaving you feeling tired and groggy, the lack of sleep can actually make other mental health issues such as anxiety and depression much worse. Speaking with loved ones or a therapist can help to alleviate these symptoms as well as help you uncover the root of why you are telling lies. That's a mental thing. That's a mental thing, and some people can lie. So I think some people can lie better than they can tell the truth. Number seven, they can create trust issues. We talked about that earlier. Number eight, let me go down. I'm just going to name these. They can create a sense of insecurity. Yes, and some people lie because they are insecure. Some people lie to get a man. Some people lie to get a woman. Some people lie their way into jobs. Some people lie. There are people that lie about everything. There's everything there is, somebody's lying to get there. So they lower your self-esteem. If you have a conscience, they lower your self-esteem. But if you don't have a conscience, it doesn't bother you. It gives you
Shoot.
more confidence. You okay, Clee? I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Uh-huh. Okay. Reedy, it's your time. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Reedy's going to get it. She doesn't realize that we can hear her, but I hear her really well. Time for you, Reedy.
Are you talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hey, hi everybody. Nice to see you today. I can't hear you, but it's sure nice to see you. Glad you're back. I know you're tired. How many years you been gone? Okay, here we go. Mine is Speak with Honesty and Sincerity by Rick Hanson, PhD, from my go-to Psychology Today.
Okay.
He says, one Christmas I hiked down into the Grand Canyon, whose bottom lay a vertical mile below the rim. It was its walls were layered like cake, and a
Mm-hmm.
foot high stripe of red and gray rock indicated a million plus years of erosion by the Colorado River. Think of water, so soft and gentle, gradually carving through the hardest stone to reveal great beauty.
Mhm.
Sometimes what seems weakest is actually most powerful.
Mhm.
In the same way, speaking from an open heart can seem so vulnerable, yet be the strongest move of all.
Mhm.
Naming the truth, in particular, the fact of one's experience, which
Mhm.
no one can disprove, with
Mhm.
simplicity and sincerity and without contentiousness or
Mhm.
blame, has a
Mhm.
great moral force.
Mhm.
You can see the effects, writ small and large, from a child telling her parents, I feel bad when you fight, to the profound impact people describing the atrocities they suffered in Kosovo or Rwanda.
Mhm.
Rwanda. I
Mhm.
met recently with a man whose marriage is being smothered by the weight of everything unsaid. Everything
Mhm.
unsaid. Unsaid
Mhm.
stuff can, you know, speak. You have to, because
Mhm.
unsaid stuff can tear up a whole bunch of stuff. You sit
Yep.
up there with all this stuff in your heart and you not
Mhm.
speaking. Okay, the
That's
other
right.
person don't know what's going on and you
Mhm.
not speaking your mind or
Mhm.
speaking your heart. Speak your heart, y'all. Y'all let find out a whole lot.
Mhm.
What's unnamed is all normal range stuff, like wishing his wife were less irritable with their children, more affectionate with him. But
Mhm.
there's a kind of fear about facing it, as
Mhm.
it could. I just said that, as it could blow up the relationship. But not
Mhm.
talking is what actually blowing up the relationship. And in
Right.
fact, when people do communicate in a heartfelt way,
Mhm.
it's it's dignified and compelling, and it usually evokes support and open heartedness from others. I hear myself over here after I'm talking, so let me turn this down because I am totally tripping myself out. Okay, there we go. Now I don't have
Mhm.
to hear me. Can you still hear me?
Mhm.
Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Shirley, Shirley, can you hear me?
Yes.
Shirley.
Yes. I hear you.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'm gonna keep going. Okay, okay. Talking actually blows up a relationship. In fact, when people do communicate with a heartfelt way, it's dignified and compelling, and it usually evokes support and open heartedness from others. How? This week, look at one more opportunity to speak with your heart. Pick a topic, a person, a moment of like go well with, like me and Shirley was there. We was talking this morning about liars. And
Mhm.
this is where it's going to.
Mhm.
Ground your intentions to discover, express the truth, to discover and express truth, whatever it is, to help
Mhm.
yourself and the other person.
Mhm.
Get a basic sense of what you want
Mhm.
to say. Focus on your
Mhm.
experience, thoughts, feelings,
Mhm.
body
Mhm.
sensations, wants,
Mhm.
memories, images, and dynamic flow through awareness. It's
Mhm.
hard to argue with with your experience, but it's easy to get into wrangles about situations,
Mhm.
events, past, and problem solving.
Mhm.
Be confident. Have faith in your sincerity and in the truth itself. Recognize that others may not like what you have to say, but you
Mhm.
have the right to say it without needing just to justify it. Shirley, we were just talking about that this morning.
Yep.
I said what I said. What I said. I don't have to justify it. I
That's
just
right.
said it. I'm grown
That's
too.
right.
Hello, there
That's
it is,
right.
right there. And that saying is probably good for you in your relationship.
Mhm.
When you speak, take a breath and settle into your body.
Mhm.
Take a breath. Take a breath works. If
Mhm.
you mad at somebody next time, just take a breath. Somebody upset you, take a breath. And you'll see you can think clearly. You can think
Mhm.
more clearly if you just take a breath. Sometimes we be so mad, I ain't got time to take a breath. I be too busy talking and the breath just run right on out of me. Recall being with people who care about you. This will help
Mhm.
deepen your sense of inner strength. Your
Mhm.
brothers and your sisters that
Mhm.
always give me support. All I gotta do is think of my brothers and sisters and warm up the neural circuits of wholeheartedness. Soften your throat, eyes, chest, and heart. Try to
Mhm.
find a sense of goodwill, even compassion for the other
Mhm.
person.
Mhm.
Sometimes that compassion is hard to find, but you can find it. You can find it somewhere. Bring to mind what you want to say. Take another
Mm-hmm.
breath and start speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Try to stay in touch with your experience as you express it. Don't get
Mm-hmm.
into a sense of persuasions, justifications, defensiveness, or problem solving.
Mm-hmm.
That's for later, if at all. Be
Mm-hmm.
direct to the point. When people truly speak from the heart, they often say what needs to be said in a few
Right.
minutes or less. It's
Right.
the case wrapped around the heart of the
Mm-hmm.
matter that takes it to the extra words.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord. Keep coming back to the essential point for you. Whatever it is, especially if the other person gets reactive to try and shift the topic. They'll do
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah. Girl, let me tell you this. Did you know to get anything off they get you off the subject of being on their tail, they're gonna tell you
Mm-hmm.
something about somebody else. And
Yes.
allow aspects to be to of deeper layers of what's in your heart to come forward as you speak. You
Mm-hmm.
need to know everything you are going to say before you start speaking.
Right.
That's where I'm messing up at. I speak first, and then I'll be feeling, oh Lord, I shouldn't have said that. Feel free to disengage if the person is just not ready to hear you. Maybe another time would be better. Success here is not getting the other person to change, but you getting to express yourself
Mm-hmm.
as appropriate, open, and encourage the other person speaking from the heart too. Encourage them to talk from the heart too. It don't hurt
Yeah.
nothing.
Mm-mm.
And afterwards, know that whatever happened, you did a good thing. It's brave
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard, especially at first, to speak from
Mm-hmm.
the heart, but
Mm-hmm.
so necessary to make this world a better place. And
Yes.
sometimes it is hard because people, you start speaking from your heart, Lord, I'm so sorry, I'm done with that. But sometimes you start speaking from your heart, people ain't want to try to hear that. They want to change the subject for everything else because they know you right. Because you know why you right. You
Mm-hmm.
speaking from your heart.
Right.
I don't speak from somebody else's heart. They liars. But you speaking from your heart, and
Mm-hmm.
there we go. Shirley, I
Mm-hmm.
am done.
All right. That was speaking
There
from
we
your
go.
heart.
Yes.
And so you know what?
I'm done. I
Okay.
still can't hear nothing.
Okay. So most people who speak
Let me see if I
from
can
their
switch over
hearts,
here.
they have more peace of mind too. And like Rita was telling me some things that she had done and some conversation that she had had, and she spoke from her heart. When you speak from your heart, you can nip much in the bud. Okay, when you speak from your heart, and just like if you nip it in the bud, then more than likely they might try it one more time, but after that, I don't think you'll have any problems at being sincere. People, I guess sometimes maybe I'm too sincere. I don't know whether I am or not. But when I speak, I'm speaking because I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. And I try not to waste words. And I tell people I don't waste words. So whatever I say to you is a sincere thing, and I want it to be like that. So take it as I give it. Okay? And I know you hear me now, Reedy. So am I on the same page you were on? Okay. Okay. So I hear me. So you hear
Yes, you're on the
me.
same page as I am, but I don't know if that's what you're saying now. But you just asked me, well, you on the same page I'm
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
on
And
here.
it,
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
think I'm behind.
yeah, yeah. But anyway, we thank you so much, Khalid. That was wonderful. And because I don't know what happened to the sound on your end, but I hear you really well over here. So when you say something to me, I know you got the information, you're behind, but I can hear you very well on here. So it could be the
You talking to
weather.
me?
So it could be the weather. Yeah,
See, I'm behind. I don't know.
I know.
I'm
But
behind.
everything is going, we're going to wrap it up now. Okay. So everybody, thank you so much for listening
Well,
to
let
us
me
and
neither,
really
but there
talking
we go.
about sincerity and everything. And so, would you invite
Huh?
your friends, your acquaintances to go and watch our videos? We have great information. We do our research, we study, and we are prepared when we come out to give you what we have to give you. And we thank you so much for being with us. We thank you for for supporting us, everyone who's supporting us. We thank you so much. It means so much to us to have you. And on here on StreamYard, I see that we have 6 people with us. I'm watching it on YouTube, and then I'm going to see on Facebook. And I don't see any comments because I'm not on Facebook right now. But thank you, everybody, so much for watching us and supporting us. And I want to say that our Billy Malvern, Wilbert Malvern Sr., will be, I like to say,
Okay, you
memorialized.
just said you don't see any comments.
Right. And he will be memorialized on Saturday morning at the Mount Olive Baptist Church starting at 10:30 a.m. And
Okay, I
so,
see Velma,
okay,
Leora Bryant, Rodney and Yolanda,
that's
Sarah
TC's wife.
Blanton.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so much for being with us. We love
Okay.
you.
I didn't know TC had a wife, but there we go.
I think it's TC.
And hi, Thada, Michelle Byers. Hi, Shell.
I hope I didn't get it wrong,
I don't know what you said, Shirley.
but
I
I
really
think
don't. And
you,
I'm sorry, I'm stepping on you. I really am. But I just want
Lenora,
to tell these people thank you for joining us. I'm sorry if I'm stepping on you. I'm not trying to. But
that's
Velma,
okay.
where have you been? We have been missing you.
Okay, everybody, we love you. Okay, we love
Data
you.
said
And
that Leora is Dale's wife.
okay, please forgive me, Lenora. Please forgive me, because I
I
know.
love you. If
Okay,
you can hear me, if
okay,
not, I love you.
okay. We love you. She would have told us anyway, Lenora. She would have told us anyway. Okay, love you so much, everybody. Thank you, and I'm sorry. I
Next time we'll be on
apologize
the same page. Love
for
y'all. I
getting it
gotta go.
wrong.
I gotta go because I don't understand nothing. Bye,
Love you,
Shirley. Love
everybody.
you.
We'll talk to you later. Thank you so much.